Can you hear me? Hi, thanks. Waiting for you guys to talk about the car and the experience. Very nicely. What time is it? Where you're from? Good morning. So, guys, nice to see you. 2 a.m. Boy, oh boy. Okay, 2 p.m. Oh man. Well, guys, uh, I thought a lot about the time for this live session. I know you guys are a lot from the USA, and it's really difficult. But I hope I will give you some live information, answer some nice questions about the car, because I believe that's why we are here. What would you like to know about the car? Because the journey started 6 months ago. Also, the journey for YouTube actually started almost 6 months ago. And I believe it's important to talk openly about the car because for myself it was a huge surprise. I expected something like a more powerful type R, and I got something totally different, and I needed I believe 3-4 months to understand what I have with the M3 and began to like the car, because in the first weeks I was extremely disappointed. I was at the point where I thought about selling the car. So I believe it's important to talk about this new G80 M3. In my opinion, it's special versus the other M cars because I drove a lot of track focused cars like the Type R, and the M3 is. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine has the normal 3 Series 330i, so 2-liter engine, twin scroll turbo with the M performance package. My M3 is a lot more comfortable than his 3 Series. And that's generally the story of the M3. It's a car that is unbelievable as a daily driver. Very comfortable, very light steering, very light clutch, very well insulated. Unbelievable amount of power and linearity, like in a naturally aspirated engine. All this stuff, every time when you drive the car, you forget that you are driving a 500 horsepower M3. And this is that was for me unbelievable. Also, today the car is sitting almost 1 week. I drive a little bit in the city and I was again shocked. You are at 2000 rpm, you kick it, it takes 0.5 seconds, and then it comes and it goes till 4000 rpm. It's the most, I would say, like a diesel. You will see in the Verso series, a colleague of mine has a 540 XD, and the cars are really, really similar till a point because it comes very linearly, everything is good. At the moment when you reach 4000 RPM, the car transforms and it becomes a monster. And then it pulls like the Type R till 7200 RPM. And you have to do it, especially in the manual transmission, when shifting at 7000 and you get this typically punch, because in the automatic you do not feel it. Then you remember, holy fuck, this is a M performance car, a M3. That's why I call the car Hulk. It's a gentleman till one point, and after that point, it becomes a monster. And this is something that I did not expect. I was used to my Type R, always hard, always screaming, always on the edge, always prepared to fight, never a car like a normal daily driver. And the M3 is totally, totally different. And I believe this is the most important part about the M3. If you own an M3, and there are some guys here like Von B, he had a Type R like mine, and now he has an M3 like mine. And you can confirm, I believe, everyone who has ever driven such an M3 is shockingly daily drivable compared to other sports cars. Yes, I like Star Wars. As you can see, I have a lot of Star Wars figures here all over, and my Darth Vader helmet. It's really let's say so, a hobby of mine, and especially the Darth Vader helmet with the voice, it's really good. So guys, other questions, because I believe about my expectations and my failure to correctly assess the M3. I talked a lot in all my videos. I believe, half of the videos at the beginning I was disappointed because the M3 is not a Type R. Now I'm over it. The Type R is sold. Probably next year will come something else. Actually, I already signed, or I will sign probably next week for something new that will arrive in March, I believe. Also, something that will have the sales start in March next year. And hi. And I'm also thinking about another car, something very different than the M3, to have a comparison. Let's see what the next year will bring. But generally, I have for you guys a huge surprise, hopefully in March next year. It's also a BMW, but you'll have to wait. Something very, very new from BMW. Plans to modify the M3. Yeah, I have some plans. If I'm honest, here I have a video that I will shoot tomorrow. I'm starting with a clutch stop. And after that, I'm still waiting for the final software from Manhart, because at the moment they only have the box, the power box, and this only overrides the existing software. And I want the real software. It's not done yet. They are working on this software since, I believe, March or April. They are having some, not issues, I would say, but some questions regarding what would be the maximum that you can push the clutch without having issues. And I heard this from a lot of people. I will tell you immediately also about the options. But generally, I want to have a stage one. I'm thinking about buying some new wheels for next year, but I will stay with the 18-19 inch combo because I love how daily drivable it is. I'm a guy who loves engine sound. I do not like exhaust sound, and that's why I believe I will stay with the original muffler. And I deactivated active sound design. That was important for me. I love the sound of this engine. And maybe I will go something like a Venturi sports air intake. But at the moment, I'm still too happy with the car as a daily driver. And if I will buy something that is track focus, very hardcore, then this will remain my daily driver. I drive 30, 40,000 kilometers per year. And then I will take something that is really high performance, maybe something like a Cayman GT4 or I don't know, a Godzilla, a Nissan GTR for weekend and track. But we will see what the next year brings. The options, I honestly believe the G80, as I configured it, so the manual transmission is a must. If you do not like manual transmission, of course, go for the auto, and go for the auto if you are all the time only in the city. X-Drive, if you drive a lot in rain, if you have to drive in really big snow, maybe it makes sense, but also in big snow the car is not very high. You will damage a lot on the lower side. So my option is to have laser lights, Harman Kardon, to have the big business Navi, comfort access, so keyless entry, keyless go. These are the main topics that I would say you have to have, and of course the tinted windows behind. But other than that, I would not say that the M3 needs a lot of options. You can spec the car till 130 140,000 euros, but mine is 90,000 euros, and it has everything that you would need and like. And driver's professional package, I do not have it with the drift control. I'm not a guy who is into drifting. I hate it when I drift, so it was not an option for me. I didn't have the chance to drive the X-Drive or the competition, but I hope I will soon. I talked also to the guys at BMW, and when I have the chance, I will drive it. I'm pretty sure that the competition having more torque, although if you test it on dyno, mine has not 480 but about 510, and not 550 but about 630 newton meters, and the competition has about 730 newton meters. So this 100 newton meters, I really believe you feel them, no discussion. But the normal competition and the rear wheel drive only with a stick, I believe it should be very, very similar to experience. But the X-Drive is completely another discussion. If you see these times of 2.6, 2.7 stock, 0 to 100 is crazy. And yeah, no, I'm not depressed. You will see for sure a video driving, me driving a competition or maybe a X-Drive, and I'm more than I know that regarding performance. Let's be honest, in the manual, it's so hard to perfectly launch, and it's also so hard to shift perfectly every time. So if you drag race, no discussion, the X-Drive will kill the normal rear wheel drive. And honestly, I believe the X-Drive will be capable to kill almost everything regarding quarter mile, 0 to 100 in this class, I mean. Yes, but it's crazy good. The 360 parking cameras I would take, because if you have to make all kind of maneuvers, or if you have to park, it helps a lot if you have this camera. So 360 cameras, yes, very important options. You're right. I also have it and I love it. It's also a very, very good option. I'm 39 years old. Thank you. 33, 35, big compliment. Let me see. So I will drive mine also in winter. I've just bought the new winter tires. This was a huge discussion, and I will make a video about this because I saw some reviews in Germany, and I was shocked to see that actually they tested an M2 competition with 19-inch wheels in the front and in the back, and they tested it with 18 in the front and 19 in the back, and they came to the conclusion that it's better to drive with different wheel sizes. So I said, good, I will do the same. It was very difficult to find the same type of tire, but I managed. I found something from Hankook. It's the Ice Concept 3. I just received them this week, and I will drive them exactly like the car was delivered with the original BMW wheels. The only disadvantage is that I'm not able to have snow chains in the back. With the extra tires that they supply, you can have snow chains. This is the big benefit. Yes, these are controllers. if I don't know if you can see, I have an PlayStation 4, an Xbox, and a Switch there. This is my gaming corner, to say so. Yeah, I hope I can get for a decent price also PlayStation 5, because I'm also into gaming, and it's time. The prices are getting reasonable, and I hope till end of the year I will have also PlayStation 5. I'm also very big into tech. That's also a movie that you will see. I've tested if you can carry a 65-inch TV in the trunk of the M3. It's the new TV that I have on the wall, an OLED. And you can also see I'm a huge fan of KEF speakers. And here you can see my KEF LS50 wireless. What else do you want to know, guys? I've read also some comments regarding what I do and stuff like that. Okay, I will comply. You will see soon. I will start preparing for the filming, a day in the life. I work as a program manager, so I'm in IT. A program manager is someone who has more projects into his portfolio, and I work so as a program manager. You will. I'm sometimes quiet. Okay, then maybe it's time to get the micro near me. I hope it's better now. If not, I can boost. Let me check if I'm from the software at maximum. Now you should be able to hear me really, really loud. I'm really happy that I managed to prepare a good deal for what I will buy hopefully next week and will be delivered in March. What I can tell you, it's something electric, and it has two wheels, and it's also BMW, and it's also a world premiere next year. So we will have some nice videos. And of course, I will start filming the Versus series, where at the moment I also, maybe as a short summary for you, an old BMW 7 Series from the 90s is in the Versus series confirmed, a 540 X-Drive, a new Mazda Miata, so the new Cabrio from Mazda is confirmed. And I have also an M4 competition, a friend of mine. And I've also challenged somebody who is subscribed to this channel, and maybe you know also some of his videos, Fon B, because he has now a very tuned M3, exactly like other color but manual, rear-wheel drive as mine. So I want to challenge him so that you can compare how would this tuning affect the daily driver focus of the car, because honestly I really would like to know if it's, I don't know, if it's a better car tuned or not, and it would be a really nice video. Dry the clothes of the back of my car. I don't know, if I'm somewhere swimming, why not? Pop the trunk and use it as you would use other cars. I really use the M3 like my daily driver. I go everywhere with the car. I do not take care a lot, so I do my best not to damage it on all kind of surfaces, but I do not manage the car. The car is made to be driven and not to keep parked. Sao Paulo yellow, I didn't see it live. I believe it's a little bit too popping for my taste. But Yas Marina blue, I till now I had 3 gray cars, 3 blue cars, and this is my first green car. And I must say, blue, I believe is still my favorite color, and Yas Marina blue is very similar to the new Type R exclusive blue. And yes, I would say Yas Marina blue is very nice. And what is also very nice is this army green, olive green, I believe it's called. JP Performance in Germany has a M4 that has this color. That's also a beautiful color, this army green. What else, guys? So, as a summary, if you haven't seen the movie till now, almost 17,000 kilometers with the M3, and basically no issues at all with the car. Not even one blinking. It's not a house, it's my apartment at the moment. I live, so I moved to Germany almost 2 years ago, and I'm still in a rented apartment. Hopefully next year, this time my house that I will build will be finished, and then I will move to my house. But this is a rented apartment. What else would you like to know, guys? No, I'm in Germany. I no longer live in Romania. I moved from Romania to Germany in February 2020, and I live now in Wolfsburg. Head up display with the manual. Yes. Head up display is in Germany available as a technology package, and I'm telling you why it's helpful. Because you see when to shift. If you, let's say, if you have to or if you want to drag race the car, in first and second gear, the RPM goes so quick in the red line that you go in the rev limiter. And this head up display really, really helps you shifting at the point. Without a head up display, you have some it's like a red stuff that it's coming like this in the dash, but it's not equal with the head up display. The head up display is a lot better if you want to shift really, really quick. You're welcome. No laser lights in the USA. I also heard they have issues now delivering the Harman Kardon. I have to say, brilliant sound system. So for the money, the Harman Kardon is so good. My colleague with the 5 Series BMW has Bauer and Wilkins 7,000 euro option, and man, is it? I don't know. Twice as good? No, it's better, but 7,000 euros better? No way. And I tell you guys, I have really high expectation from audio. I don't know. This is the first time that I hear that you do not get the laser lights in the USA. And I was on rain, and I was in a lot of fog scenarios with the laser lights after driving a lot of cars with LED or LED matrix. Laser is killing it in fog. So it's unbelievable. In my opinion, if you go for laser lights, I have also a video where I compared it back to back. I drove my Type R, who has really good LED lights, and afterwards I drove the M3, the same scenario in the night, and you feel it in how long the beam is. It's you really feel that the beam is a lot longer with laser light than with LED. If it doesn't work like laser light in Europe, maybe you have some legal restrictions there. It could be. I bought laser lights because I paid 3,000, I believe 800 euros for the technology package, and I had in the technology package head-up display, laser lights, keyless entry, and go. And these three, I believe. If I'm honest, I even do not know how the look is without the laser lights. Hmm, with the clutch is a good question. Um, I believe it depends a lot on how you drive. I launched my car till now maybe 40 times, 50 times. I don't feel any type of clutch wear. That's why what I will install next is clutch stop. This clutch stop normally has also two additional rings that you can install. I will install probably only two rings in order not to push the clutch, but I would expect that the clutch should go without issues 60,000, 80,000, maybe 100,000. So I drove a lot of sports car and I never had an issue with the clutch, but I really believe it depends a lot on how you use the clutch, because if you uh, launch it and you hold the clutch while launching too much, I believe after 50 launches with holding the clutch, it's gone if you get 50. And it's important always to not rest your foot on the clutch. I believe if you are someone who drives with while at the stoplight with the foot on the clutch all the time and play with the car going forward from the clutch, of course you will wear it out pretty quickly. But it's so fun and it's so involving and it's so you're proud when you drive the car quickly. You're proud. On the other hand, and that's why I will install this clutch stop, all BMWs, when the engine is cold and the transmission is cold, they are very difficult to shift the first 2-3 kilometers. No, not difficult, but they are you know, when you shift from first to second, you always feel this woo woo, because the clutch is not warm, and the point of where the clutch will engage is different when the clutch is warm. After the clutch is warm, it's a blast and it's a joy to drive. But when the car is cold, generally BMWs with a stick are horrible at that, especially from first to second. They have this clutch delay valve is called. So it doesn't matter if you release your foot very quickly or if you release it more slowly, the clutch delay valve will always release it how it would like to release it. So it's jerky. If okay, I could make also a video about that, how I do it so that I do not have clutch war. It's a good idea. Let's write it down here in my scenarios. How to drive without clutch wear. Very good idea. Hi, welcome. So, guys, I honestly, I know, um, for us in Europe, it's something really normal, or it is no longer to drive manual. But I believe if you are used to drive automatic, it's difficult to start with a manual car like with an M3. Paint damage. Oh, yeah, paint damage. I'm a guy who is really careful. I do not go too near to the car in front, and I had so many stone chips in the front of the M3, and I don't get it why. Um, yeah, Cosmin is my name exactly. That's why in the beginning the channel was named uh, POV car ownership, and everybody told me, what the hell, it's a difficult name. So Cosmin Drives is now, yeah, always manual. It's the only way for me. Do a CDV delete. What's a CDV? Clutch delay valve delete, probably. Yeah. um, you could get discussions about warranty, and I do not want to have discussions regarding warranty at the moment. And I had BMWs where I had the clutch delay valve done. You shift a lot better, especially from first to second gear. You can do real gear banging, but I wouldn't do it with a car where you already know BMW, I believe, states officially that 700 Newton meters is maximum what this clutch can handle. And if you also take the clutch delay away, the car is beautiful and the color looks stunning. For me, it's only Isle of Man green because it's a specific color. It's it's you will see I had a little incident with the car. The video will have a go live next week. Maybe a short teaser. It was a small accident visually that has a unbelievably huge repair cost, and it's it was a challenge if they will get the paint right. But the car is now repainted, the front is now repainted, and it looks exactly the same. So big, wow, cool, December. And the gray, skyscraper gray, I believe, is a little bit different than this semi matte gray. How is it called? I've never seen this skyscraper gray live. Camera? Is something wrong with my camera? Can't wait for your feedback in December. And that's why I also crash video incoming. Okay. It could be that I have let me check. So if you okay, so you can see me normally. But basically, it's of course up to you. But I would say we are more and more M3 owners here, and it would be very nice if we could maybe once per month or every 3 months talk about the cars. If you have issues, if you have questions, I do not have all the answers, but we have exactly. It would be really nice to have a community live talk where you guys can ask questions. Oh, E92. Oh, this V8 sound, you won't get this sound in the G80, but I believe you will like the punch that the car has. And I must say, from all the cars that I've driven, and I've driven hundreds of cars, hundreds, so over 100, I've never saw a car, a turbo or a B-turbo car that is so linear like the G80. Here in Wolfsburg, it's really strange to have an M3. Wolfsburg is the heart of the Volkswagen group, and here everybody has GTIs and Golf Rs as a company car, and then you pass with the M3, and everybody looks at you and would like to challenge you, but most of them know they have no chance. So it's driving in Wolfsburg with the M3 is really interesting. Maybe I should do also a video about this. A day in the life of an M3 owner in Wolfsburg, where you have most of the performance cars that you see on the street are Golf GTIs. Yeah, in Wolfsburg you really see hundreds of GTIs, Golf Rs. I've seen today 3 or 4 times different GTI 8 Club Sport Akrapovic edition, the 45 years edition. So it's crazy. You see them everywhere. And I will make that video. And that's why for next year, come on, if we are talking honestly. So I will buy the new electric scooter from BMW. It's crazy. You can buy it starting, I believe, 1 month ago. BMW still has some issues to place the order because I want this white and orange color scheme. Yeah, at the beginning, a lot of guys came, stopped before the car, and told me, "Boy, it's a lot better than the pictures." And now the guys really, really, I get a lot of thumbs up for the car. This is like this. Some of the guys are also subscribers, and one guy, I forgot, the 3 series E36 will also be in the Versus series, and he's from Wolfsburg. And a lot of guys here are really open and ask you about the car. And I honestly believe it's normal like this. We are all car enthusiasts. If you have a BMW, an AMG, a Porsche, Golf, I don't know, whatever, in the end, a beautiful car is a beautiful car, and you have to respect that the G80 is a manual only rear wheel drive possible option in 2021. Here in Germany, the manual is 7,000 euros cheaper than the competition. I believe it's about driving scenario. If you drive, let's explain you my driving scenario. In Wolfsburg, I only drive mostly in third gear. The city is very small. I'm not. I have no issues. But if you live in a big city, if you drive a lot in traffic in rush hour, maybe it's a better option to take an automatic. For me, I'm crazy about manual, and for me, there is only manual, and the M3 has to be manual. For me, M3 is manual and rear wheel drive only. That's the only possibility for me, but it's not for everybody the same. The people, honestly, a lot of people tell me that actually now that they are seeing daily or weekly my car, they start telling me that actually your nose is now the BMW nose that we like, and the other nose, the small grill, it's so old and boring. So honestly, guys, it is like that. And Jean Pierre, so JP Performance, also M4 here in Germany, big tuner, very well known, told the exactly same thing on his YouTube channel. He told, guys, you will see that the people are getting over this hype with the grill. It looks so much better live than on the pictures. Sometimes I do pictures of the car. I take a look at the picture and tell myself, what the fuck, the car is not nice in the pictures, because in the pictures you do not see these 3D shapes, and these shapes makes the shape makes a huge difference in real life, believe me, guys. The car really looks nice, and the gray, black, whatever of a color, if it's green or blue, the car simply has a shape that's unique somehow. Exactly. As soon as people we see it more in person, and because honestly, guys, let's take an Audi. If you take an Audi RS, the whole nose is only a grill. Okay, it's not this shape of a grill, but it's only grill. So white for sure is also a very nice color. Black wheels and X drive. Nice. I believe you can't go wrong with the new M3 in any type of color, honestly. Yeah. Also, leather is nice that you can choose a lot of trims. As you've seen in my video, you have to take care with the orange leather because, or generally this white, silver, how it's called, leather, because it's difficult to take care and it can be very pricey if you get oil on it, but it looks so good, guys. And they really did something, and that we have to give to BMW, guys. They did something bold. Manual transmission in 2021, bold design. They went all the way like Honda did with the Type R. They do not try to go with the trend. They doing their own thing and they're doing it in their own way, bold. And that's, from my point of view, a huge like for BMW. Huge like. And maybe another thing that I love about this BMW, the oil that is used is 0W30. Okay, no 30,000 kilometers oil interval, but 15,000, if you do not push it all the time, is doable. If you push it like crazy, 10,000. I talked a lot with BMW. So, from my point of view, going, let's say, from a E92, where you really had to take care about oil interval, maybe 5, 6,000, 8,000 kilometers, and you really had to take care about all kind of details, it's very good, very, very good that they help improve the car that much. Corvette C8 or M3. It's a tough choice because Corvette and M3, it's not or for me. The M3 is a high performance daily driver. The C8 is a sports car with two seats, very nice, but I would take the M3 and something. If you ask me what would I take between a Corvette C8 and a Cayman GT4, this would be, from my point of view, the correct answer. But between an M3 and a Corvette, for my needs, I would take the M3 because I want a daily driver that I can drive 30, 40,000 kilometers per year, that is big inside. Exactly. Corvette is great for summer, is great for the weekend, but in winter with a Corvette, or going to holidays with a Corvette, or going shopping with a Corvette, or going to work with a Corvette, I don't know. It's I believe it's tough. But the Corvette is a great car, no discussion. Lasagna from the dishwasher? No, for sure not. But if you asked me about a coupe, I'm a big fan of the Cayman GT4 with the manual. I also love the Nissan GTR, and I do not have a GTR because it's automatic. But someday also GTR will come. But for me, if I would choose something with two seats, I would go for the naturally aspirated rear-wheel drive manual Cayman GT4. I believe at the moment it's the most driver-focused car that you can get, and it's really, really old school. Good night. Good night, guys. A manual M3 for the new Supra? Boah, that's hard. I would never do that because First of all, the Supra is the B58 engine, so 380 horsepower, automatic. It's a small coupe. Oh, I don't know. Never judge other people, but I would never do such a trade. Yeah, bad trade, crazy bad trade. What I like, if you ask me, it's a tough choice between an M340i and an M3 from a point of view of daily driver. Yeah, so if you tell me somebody had an M3 manual and traded it in for a very high spec 340i, I would say crazy, but the Supra for M3, no way for the tune. I don't know. I've already seen here in Germany that the guys have stage 2 M3s competition that go for 730 horsepower, I believe, and 850, 900 Newton meters. So that's a tough fight for a highly tuned Supra. No, not legal. But it's legal in Holland. So from me till Holland, you can drive, I don't know, 3 hours, something like that. But I'm really I can't expect it that you guys receive all the ordered BMWs, and I want to know your impression because everybody, I believe, expects something specific for from an M3, and it could be you get something different than what you expect. What else, guys, should we discuss? What would you say? Should we do this meeting again maybe in 3 months? Should we do it monthly? Should we let it be? M40i G01. Okay, this is, I believe, also a straight 630, or I believe you will have a lot more fun in the M3. Engine sound will be at least at good. Exhaust sound also with OPF is good. I believe it's a huge improvement in matter of ride quality and how the car feels and responds. You will love the M3. Any new cars that I like, yeah, you will laugh. Last week I saw live a BMW iX. At the first time that I saw it, I thought, "Oh boy, is this an ugly car?" I saw it now live, and I really like it. But at the moment, the car that I like a lot is the Taycan Gran Turismo, I believe it's called. It's the shooting brake from the Cayman for the Taycan. So a Taycan Gran Turismo 4S, about 520 horsepower, and I really like the car. I love shooting brakes monthly. Okay, in my opinion, also it would be nice to have a community talk once a month. If you have an issue, you can ask us guys to test out, or we can discuss differences between the different type of cars here in Europe, in Asia, in the USA, or in Australia. So other cars that I really like, I like the Toyota Yaris GR. I drove once a Tesla. They are crazy good for performance. I have to give it to them. But if you sit inside a Tesla, I personally do not feel it. It's like a car. It's like sitting, I don't know, in some gadget, some big gadget. Tesla S long range, yeah. very good car, nothing to say. In the M3, you get a lot of emotion, you get a manual, you get sound, you get light years better quality inside the car. In the Tesla, you get this instant response. This yoke steering wheel is really, really funny. I don't know what's the future. From my point of view, I like, if I would go electric, I would go in the direction of something like a Porsche Taycan. At the moment, for me, I will enjoy the M3 as long it's possible, because in Germany we have unlimited, and I don't know how long we will have in Germany unlimited. They want to go to a normal limit. The Yeah, they officially said that this is the last M3 without hybrid. They will go hybrid with the next M3, and I believe also the new GTR will be hybrid. So all the cars will be hybrid. But that's also what I love about the M3, not the exhaust sound, because I hate this machine gun, boo, 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 boo. But revving the engine, this straight six, or just sitting at the red light, it's music into my ears. Yeah. If it's hybrid, maybe 630, 650 stock, because hybrid will mean 200, 300 kilos more than the actual M3. I also believe the new GTR will be hybrid in the direction of 700 horsepower or something like this. It's I believe it's necessary, because without hybrid they will not be able to keep these emission standards. So they need to go hybrid. And hybrid is the lesser evil between electric and hybrid. Then I choose hybrid. Hybrid will give you this uh, throttle response very similar to electric, and will give you the emotion from hearing the engine. And I believe after maybe 5-6 more years, you will only have an option probably for electric, or if something like, I don't know, hydrogen will be still available. But maybe 5 years, guys, 5-6 more years for new cars, and then it's all over with the world that we know, with the nice sounding engines. And honestly, exactly, the new 63 has a four-cylinder engine from the A45S and hybrid, and it will go in the direction of 600 horsepower. AMG are great cars. I always loved AMG, but for me, AMG equals V8 sound typically for AMG. As soon as AMG will lose this V8 sound, AMG is, from my point of view, dead. Then AMG is only performance, not this typical V8 growl. And if you are honest, to go from V8 4-liter B turbo to four cylinders, 2.0, one turbo and hybrid. So it's divided by two, the cylinders, the engine capacity, and the turbos. It's it's a two it's a too big step in the wrong direction. I know it's all about emissions, but I believe, if if I have to choose between what BMW did in keeping the six cylinders and what AMG did, I don't know. BMW did it a lot better, a lot better. No, I had a dog. At the moment, no pets. I work a lot, and because I'm in video calls from morning till late in the evening, it's difficult to have a pet. Do we have other questions, guys? It's nice to have a pet, but you also need time for a pet, for a dog, at least 3, if not 4 times a day, going out with the dog, and it takes time that I do not have at the moment. That's why I also film only in the weekends, and that's why it's difficult for me to film more than one video per week, because I always have to film them in the weekend. No, but I'm thinking to do a live Q&A session the next time, so next month from the car. Maybe it will be fun for you to see also me driving or something like that while doing the live Q&A. So good point. Next time it's live from the car. And I will do my best that I have some better hour for you guys in America. Okay, bye bye. So guys, what can I say? I will do this once a month. At the end of the month, a short Q&A session, half an hour, when you can ask me questions, where we can talk about all kind of stuff. Thank you. I'm doing my best to create content for you guys that is different than this normal, because most of the guys that drive the M3 have it for a weekend or for 1 week, and I believe it's okay, it's very pertinent, but it's very difficult for you guys to learn about car ownership experience from this kind of movies, and that's why I will do it once a month. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it a lot. I will keep the interesting movies coming. You will see I will change a little bit the movies. You will get also a day in the life to see what I'm doing. You will get also some more details about the background, how I film my movies. You will get also some details about other passions of mine a little bit, so that you can better understand me as a person, and maybe this will help you understand better why I love so much the M3 as a daily driver. Okay, guys, wish you everybody a nice weekend. It will come for sure. And till the next time, guys. It was nice 1 hour talk. So see ya, guys. Bye bye.